Hello everyone and welcome to the 2021 Necrit Awards. I'm your host Necrit and tonight we will be having a look at the best things that happened to Riot Games this year. This means that we will be talking about all of Riot's games and products, and we will be giving away physical awards. This year Riot really was in the gifting mood, and especially to creators they were giving away a lot of different things. Especially around Arcane, things got really crazy. And so, to give back to Riot, in collaboration with Chibin, we designed and 3D printed the presented trophies. These are real and they will be sent away to the Riot HQ. But now you may be wondering, what really are the Necrit Awards? Well, let's have a look at the topics. Tonight we will be giving awards for the Best Champion Design of 2021, Best Login Music Theme, Best Skin of 2021, Best Champion Lore, Best Champion Story Progression, Best Side Character, Best Color Story, Best Game Innovation, Best Lore Reveal, and finally, Best Riot Game. So without further ado, let's have a look at the Best Champion Design of 2021. Since in 2021 we got 4 new champions, it is not gonna be difficult to figure out who's gonna be nominated. The nominees are Viego, Gwen, Akshan, and Vex. And the award for the Best Champion Design of 2021 goes to Vex. This wasn't too difficult to choose. Viego in the current bruiser-like meta is not really fun to deal with. He is nearly unkillable, especially when he's constantly possessing people. Gwen was really broken on release, and even though it is fun to play as her, it is really annoying to deal with her, especially with her shroud. One could argue that is not the best design. When it comes to Akshan, good luck understanding him. Half of his kit is just kinda there. And so Vex is the only one who actually makes sense. Yes, originally she was supposed to be an artillery mage, which would make sense because using her shadows she could actually attack people from a distance, but Riot couldn't figure out how to make that work, and so they just made her simple and easy to play. And long and behold, that's exactly what people wanted, especially after Akshan. So even though at times it may feel like it is unfair to deal with her, especially if you are a close-range assassin and she has the shields and the fears, overall, she is a well-designed champion. And when you look at the rest, she really stands out. So, congratulations to Vex. But now onto the second award of this evening. The Best Login Music Theme. It is no secret that out of all things, if there is one thing which Riot is absolutely the best at, it is music. No matter if we are talking about one of their virtual bands or just a simple login theme, their music is always great. And I'm glad to say that this year, once again, Riot nailed it. So the nominees for the best login theme of 2021 are Vex, Gwen, Akshan, and Space Groove. And the award goes to Gwen. Out of all the themes, even though I really like Space Groove, Gwen's theme had just so much passion and detail hidden inside. It's a masterpiece from the very beginning to the very end. You can hear the chaotic Kamavorian vaults, then there is Gwen's own dancing, then there is Isolde's peaceful part, and you can even hear Viego's uncanny theme at the end reversed. Gwen's theme is simply brilliant, and it is one of the best music pieces Riot ever released. Congratulations to Gwen. And now onto a bit of a subjective award, the best skin of 2021. Of course, when it comes to skins, people have different tastes, different strokes for different folks. But as Riot pumps out more and more skins, every now and then the skin line may feel bland. But at other times we get some really good skins. So let's have a look at tonight's nominees. The nominees for the best skin of 2021 are BMO, Space Groove Blitzcrank, Prestige Ascended Pantheon, and Sentinel Graves. And the award for the best skin of 2021 goes to Space Groove Blitzcrank. Once again, as I said, skins are subjective. Out of all the Sentinel skins, Sentinel Graves is really awesome. The animations around his shotgun are simply stunning. Ascended Pantheon is simply glorious. Beemo, pretty good. But in my humble opinion, no one even touches Space Groove Blitzcrank. Not only is this the closest we will get to Von Yip, but all the animations are so unique, it still feels like you're playing Blitzcrank, but it really feels like a legendary skin. This really feels like it is a model that was built from scratch. Nothing borrowed from the original, it is only hard work. And the skin even has its own music theme. So congratulations to Space Groove Blitzcrank. But now let's move on to the topics that fit this channel the best. Lore. As we dive into the next category, Best Champion Lore. Once again, even though we only got 4 new champions this year, that doesn't mean that they were the only champions that got new lore. And so, the nominees for the Best Champion Lore of 2021 are Viego, Gwen, Bard, and Sona. I took you by surprise, you didn't expect there would be more than just the 4 new champions, but indeed, some other champions also got some brilliant lore. And because people are lazy to read, you may not even know they got a really good story. And so, the award for the Best Champion Lore of 2021 goes to Sona. Of course, here we are referring to the story called Fragile Legacies, which really not only explained Sona's past, but it also explained what is Sona doing currently in Demacia while the Mage Civil War is happening. On top of this, we learned about her adoptive father, Barret Bovell, and we learned what Jarvan III and the Fourth are really like. Simply said, not only was this a great expansion to the Demacian lore, this was also a really good story for Sona. So congratulations to Sona for getting the best lore of 2021. If you are interested in what the story is about, we got a video on that. But now on to the next topic. Best Champion Story Progression. Now you may be wondering, isn't that the same thing as Best Champion Lore? Well, not really. This time we are looking at how the champion evolved throughout the year. Which means that by the end of the year, they were different than they were at the beginning. You'll see exactly what I mean by this as we go into the nominees. So the nominated champions for the award of Best Champion Progression are Sentinel Vayne, Yasuo in Ruined King, Thresh, and Sejuani. It should be obvious why all of these are here. Vayne was just about the only champion who actually made sense as a Sentinel. And by the end of the Ruination storyline, she stayed in Demacia and she decided to stay as a Sentinel. So even though in the present day Vayne should still look like Vayne, because she put away all her equipment so she wouldn't draw attention from the Mage Seekers, she is now a Sentinel. And that is a great evolution of her storyline. She is essentially permanent buddies with Lucian and Senna now. Yasuo is here simply because his story in Ruined King was really good. And he wasn't even the focus of it. Arguably, the main characters were Illaoi, Miss Fortune, and Ahri. But Yasuo's storyline moved so much further. The game started exactly where Spirit Blossom ended. You remember that old cinematic? Yeah, that's where Ruined King started. And at the very end of the game, we learned that after he really dealt with his own inner demons, and after he helped Ahri, and, minor spoiler, he actually made a relationship with Ahri, a real one, he decided to travel to Noxus to chase some other past demons. The game never revealed what he really wants to do, but we assume he wants to find Riven, because after he dealt with his own demons, he wants to help her do the same thing. Then there is Thresh. Thresh really needs no explanation. While the Sentinels of Light event didn't really do him justice, with the context of the Ruined King and with the context of his cinematic, Thresh's story is actually pretty good. It kinda makes sense why he revived Viego in the first place. It was his master plan to finally get free of the Shadow Isles. That's really what the cinematic was about. But we only got the context after we got the Ruined King game. Simply said, that game is doing wonders to champions. And finally there is Sejuani. Sejuani's story is simple and short. In the latest story we learned that she is going to fight Volibear, because the Ursine stole Ornn's cauldron. So we know exactly where Sejuani is going, and we know exactly what she will do. She's gonna fight a god. But enough mumbling about the lore, let's now see who got the award. So the award for the best champion progression goes to Yasuo from the Ruined King. It's really hard to explain why this was a decently easy choice, especially if you have not played the game. Yasuo's character is just so good there, and he is realistic. He doesn't like Braum. Like, he really doesn't. And that makes him a good character, because, as I said, he is believable. Not everyone has to like each other. But yeah, his story moved miles forward. He is vastly different now than he was before. And I really want Riot to do this with more champions. We wanna see how they change over the years. And Yasuo is a great example. He has sideburns now. But now onto another story-related award. Best Side Character. Oftentimes, it just so happens that some side characters in stories have better story than some champions. It happened in the past, and this year it happened again. So the nominees for the best side character of 2021 are Melody from the Dissonant Verses, Von Yip and Muchka from To Herd a Cat, Raz from With Teeth, and the Batadel brothers, also from To Herd a Cat. And the award for the best side character of 2021 goes to the Batadel brothers from To Herd a Cat. Now, of course, personally, being a cat person, I would say that Muchka was better. Muchka was simply the best character of 2021 for me. But being more objective, the Batadel brothers are way more interesting. From the very first moment they appeared in the story, they were really interesting, they were really awesome, and they had great chemistry not just between each other, but also with the reader. And it just so happens to be that you can see the Batadel brothers in the Legends of Runeterra card, where they are creating the Cataclysm suit, renamed to Catastrophe. So congratulations to the Batadel brothers, may we have more funny characters like them. So now on to yet another story-related award. The Best Color Story of 2021. If you're not sure what a color story is, it may also be referred to as a short story. Even though technically a color story is related to a specific champions, but we are bunching all of that together now. These are the stories that can be all over the place. Their simple goal is to expand the world of Runeterra. And sometimes they are way better than the stories of the champions themselves. So here are the nominees for the best short story of 2021. Rise With Me, featuring Leona and Diana. To Herd a Cat, featuring Von Yip. Fragile Legacies, featuring Jarvan and Sona. And Finishing Sotas, the mystery story about Kindred. And the award for the best short story of 2021 goes to Finishing Sotas by Matt Dunn. This story had everything. It was a great setup, it had amazing characters, and the twist was glorious. I really don't want to spoil it, because that story is really amazing. You can really get the dreadful mystery vibes out of it. And if you like Kindred, or if you like death, you will really like the story. So congratulations to Matt Dunn for writing the story Finishing Sotas. And now onto the last lore-related topic. Let's have a look at the best lore reveal. This category is simple. We're gonna talk about the most shocking and unexpected reveals that happened in regards to the lore of Runeterra. So the nominees for the best lore reveal of 2021 are Vex and the Immortality of Yordles, the Restoration of the God Willow, Shimmer, and the upcoming Void Invasion. And the award for the best lore reveal of 2021 goes to Shimmer. Even though we finally learned that Yordles are indeed immortal, we learned that Omikaelan will be restored once more. And from 4 different stories we did learn that a Void event is highly likely happening. The best lore reveal is still Shimmer. Shimmer did previously very rarely appear in different stories. For example, it was mentioned in Urgot's story. But Arcane gave it so much value, and it really enhanced how Piltover and Zone works. Even though Arcane isn't really part of the real canon universe, we know that Shimmer is there, Shimmer is canon. And so having this context behind Shimmer really enhances everything. And so congratulations to the writers behind Arcane for the best lore reveal of 2021. And now let's move away from the story and back to Riot Games, since next we are looking at the award for the best game innovation. The nominees for the best game innovation of 2021 are TFT Augments, the Path of Champions story mode in Legends of Runeterra, Ultimate Spellbook, and New Dragons. And the award for the best game innovation goes to TFT Augments. Even though I personally really like the story mode in Legends of Runeterra, where you can even choose your different story paths, TFT's new augment system is an undeniable success. This feature alone made TFT so popular, it started rivaling with League of Legends on Twitch, and that hasn't happened in a while. So congratulations to Riot Mord for making TFT absolutely amazing this set. And I feel sorry because you'll probably have to keep this system in the game permanently. I can't imagine going back to normal TFT after this. This better stay. And this takes us to tonight's very last award. The award for the best Riot game of 2021. This award is very simple. Out of everything that happened this year, we are simply looking at the best game of the year regarding Riot Games. So the nominees for the best Riot game of 2021 are... Few years ago I wouldn't even dream about saying this sentence. League of Legends, Legends of Runeterra, Valorant, and Ruined King. And the award for the best Riot game of 2021 goes to... Ruined King. The writing is on the wall. That game may not be for everyone, but it is for a lot of people. If you like the story of League of Legends, if you like League of Legends, if you don't like League of Legends but you like RPGs, even if you don't necessarily like turn-based combat, Ruined King is an amazing game. And congratulations to Riot Forge for delivering it. It really was worth the wait. And despite it having a difficult time dealing with the Sentinels of Light, despite that, it still pulled through. And Ruined King is simply an amazing game. It's just a shame that I couldn't finish the review before the end of the year. But yeah, if every Riot Forge game is like Ruined King, we should be very happy. And those were all the Necrits awards for 2021. As I said, all of these are physical. They were 3D printed and they will be sent out to Riot HQ or wherever people are. So thank you for sticking around and I hope to see you next year. My New Year's resolution is very simple. Some people may know that every October I plan to release a really big video. Something like Ruining the Ruination. So next October, once again on my birthday, I will blow your mind. Good night and let's have a great 2022.